What is going on? We got a great show tonight. We got some great guests. Of course, it is episode 420. So we have a nice theme to go on tonight. We'll be looking at some players that we are quote unquote high on. We got some real life trades to look at, and we're going to puff or pass those. And we're going to roll up some baked takes. And of course, we kick it off with a nice nonsense draft. So hang tight.
Going for two, kickers are extra, I give them the boot. Ooh, going for two, sit back, relax while I grab me a brew. Ooh, now I'm reclining while putting my time and I'm ready to go. My spine is aligning and much my lineups, my bank account grow. I am so rich, but knowledge is all that I'm leaving it with. Ooh, listen to this, multiple options, how far can I get? Ooh, DFS Dynasty redraft tonight, I'm not finishing last. I'm finishing past any and all I am looking to last. What else? This spot is popping and I am so locked in and only opening the door when it is opportunity knocking. And all of these spots keep on talking and talking. So what are we talking? What kind of alignment? And running it deep, even players forgotten or came from the bottom or hitting that top. And this spot is popping, yeah, this spot is popping. And woo! This is the Armchair, yeah. Put up your arms, yeah. Sound the alarm, yeah. Woo!
What is going on, everybody, and welcome to episode 420 of the Armchair Fantasy Show. I am your host, of course, Jeff Lambert. You can follow me on Twitter at JeffLambert77. We got a great show tonight. Of course, we're live every Wednesday night on the Going for Two Live Podcast Network and syndicated in all major podcast networks. Let's meet the panel here. Of course, my co-host, as always, here with me, Ryan. What's up, Ryan?
Not much, man. If you do another clip with me looking like I don't know what's going on and cross-eyed and like I got kicked in the nards, I'm gonna lose it and be on a different show.
Yeah,
like, you're freaking killing me. Learn how to change those pictures, man.
That's
like that last one was it had like 2,000 views and it looked ridiculous. It's a legit beef.
Sorry. It had 1.7 thousand views too. So
and like even like if it was 420, it would look bad. Like our episode, like it looked. I don't even know.
I will try to do you better this time, Ryan. I promise.
Jeez, man.
No, you won't.
Yeah. The views said it all, man. We just got to get you making those weird faces, and the views just come through. All right, let's meet the panel. We got, of course, Rum Boys Robbie, CEO of Rum Boys. You can follow him at RumBoysR. What's up, Robbie?
What's going on? It's a pleasure to be back, gentlemen. Let's get the fantasy season underway. I haven't done like a guest feature since last offseason, so I'm excited.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Love it. Also joining us again, Gabriel Sanchez, a.k.a. DJ The Equinox. You can find him on Twitter at The EquinoxFF. What's up, Gabe?
How's it going? I've been waiting all year. Finally, fantasy is back.
Yes, absolutely. We've got some people in the chat here. We got Robbie, Breedlove Gaming. We got Jamie. It's always 420 somewhere. Love it. Jamie thought he was going to miss the show, but apparently he was able to tune in somehow.
He can multitask while he's podcasting.
Yeah, you're probably right. He's watching the show and podcasting at the same time.
It's one of those things you just never know. You never want to know what your viewers are doing while they're watching you. My viewers watch me in weird places, so yeah. Just probably don't want to know what Jamie's doing.
Especially when you're podcasting without pants on.
And we got Tim, of course, my co-host from the Friday night show. Did someone say 420? Love it. Thanks, you guys, for joining. Real quick before we get to the show, I just wanted to say one thing real quick. It's our first time on the show since the unfortunate passing of Anthony Servino. He's a good friend of mine through the virtual world. We talked a lot in DMs about our brand and trying to grow our brand. And I just wanted to show my respects to Anthony. You know, he's been on our show. I've been on his show. We've been on other shows together. Really sad thing. I know, all of us here, I think, know him in some way, some form or fashion. He was one of the first people I connected with on Twitter. Just a really sad thing, really, brought me down, killed my whole weekend when I found out. Just terrible news.
Yeah.
So from all of Going for Two and everybody here on the panel, our respects go out to the family and we miss you, Anthony.
Absolutely. I called off at work when I found out. I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing the rest of the shift. I'll be back tomorrow.
Absolutely. It was brutal. I had literally just talked to him a few days before because we got invited from Jake Seeley to go up to New York for a live draft, and
Yeah.
I wasn't able to make it, but Anthony said he was going to go, and then obviously this happened, and then that kind of went to shit. But tough thing. All right, but we got a show to do tonight. If you are tired of drawn out drafts, feeling like they never end, then it's time to get up with Fast Draft. It is the fastest way to draft and win real cash. If you're in the SFB this year, you know that there is no positions. It is all flex. That's how Fast Draft does it. It's all flex. It's 6 rounds. You can literally do it in 5 minutes. I've done a bunch of these drafts, and right now use our promo code GF2 and get a deposit match up to $50. It's as simple as that. Put in $50, get $50 back. Like I said, lightning fast drafts. Literally, you could do one while I sit on the toilet, and I have. So they're that fast. So definitely join up. Go to Fast Draft. Use our promo code GF2 and get rolling. And we're gonna kick things off like we always do with the nonsense draft.
Attention, everyone. Let's mock draft.
All right, the nonsense draft tonight, to go with the theme, we are drafting fictional characters that you would love to get high with. And I had to give the 101 to Robbie here, so kick us off strong here.
So with the 101 in the nonsense fictional character draft, the Rum Boys Fantasy Network selects, breaking the fourth wall, Mr. Deadpool himself.
Nice, I love it. That was definitely on my list as well. That would be quite hilarious. I love
Would
it.
it be a draft if I didn't snipe one of you?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. I think he's probably the 101 for me if I was to have the 101.
So I don't know if I'm gonna get sniped tonight.
I got the 101.
All right. Well, Gabe, you got the 102 here. So who would have been your 101?
Oh man, I'm taking it old school. I'm going with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Nice.
Ooh.
Love it. Got the Scooby snacks and everything.
Yep.
Bring those munchies.
All right, Ryan, you were up at the 103 here.
I really want to just do a whole cast of a show, but I feel like that's cheating.
Just do it.
But
Do it, Ryan.
I want the cast of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. My God, they're pure chaos. If I have to choose one, it's gonna be Frank. I know we're gonna get in some trouble, but my God, he's hilarious, and it'd be a great time.
Love it. All right. I have the 104 here, and I got some great choices that I'm to choose from here. I'm going to go the route that Robbie went and go with a sort of superhero Marvel movie. And I want to get high with Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. I just think that would be a hell of a time right
Yeah,
there.
except
That's
you're gonna do
lit.
that and end up with an intergalactic war crime.
Yeah, right. You're probably right. But it would be a time for sure. I'd go out strong.
I mean, my guy's a mercenary. I mean, like we could get in trouble or out of trouble. I mean, so
But that's just expected.
My guy might not even leave the van.
All right, Robbie, back to you with the 201.
So I am very much of a intellectual, and like I feel like I have to balance it out and also bring some culture into this draft. So with my second pick, it was a coin toss. I was going to keep it chaotic. I was going to go Rick Sanchez, but I am going to go Huey from the Boondocks because I think that we could have some really great intellectual conversations. Might even like solve like world hunger while we're at it.
Love it. Great choice at the 201. All right, Gabe, you got the 202.
So I kind of went. This one's a weird route, but the more I thought about it, the more it just felt right. I'm gonna go with Towley from South Park.
Nice.
Wow, that's the best pick so far.
Yeah, I love it. That was not on my list. Great choice, Gabe. I love it. All right, Ryan, this is your last pick. You got the 203.
All right, so as a cranky old man, I love being around cranky people, especially when they get high and like they get really weird about it. And I'm going with Red Foreman from that '70s show. He's hilarious. He does. Everything he says is funny, and when he's like that, it's even funnier.
I love it. All right, I'm gonna close this out here at the 204. So I got to do it strong, and I'm gonna go with. So my daughter won't watch this, but she was in a musical just recently for this particular this character that I'm about to announce here, and it's a movie that came out in the '80s. They recently had a part two that came out. I want to get high with Beetlejuice because man, some of the trouble that we can get into, that'd be a lot of fun.
Okay,
Messing with
okay.
people and the whole nine. So yeah, I'll take Beetlejuice for
We
my 204 here.
we got two picks or three.
We're going just two picks tonight. We can go three. You got a third one? We can go three. Let's go 3 rounds, Robbie. Kick us off with
Sure.
round three here.
Ted. I am gonna go Ted.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Ted the Bear. Yes.
The
Okay.
bear. The bear. Yeah, the teddy bear. Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
Ted Lasso, and I was like, that can't be right.
I
God.
mean, that'd be weird.
All right, Gabe. What's your third round pick here?
I went Gandalf the Grey,
Gandalf. That was on my list for sure. I love it.
just because he has that really long pipe, so that'd be cool.
Yeah. Perfect. All right, Ryan. You got a third one?
Well, we've talked about the chaos and sticking with it. Peter Griffin.
Nice.
I
Yes.
feel like he makes a lot of our drafts, but you can't have a bad time with Peter Griffin.
Agreed.
All occasions.
All occasions.
All occasions for sure. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here with somebody that I think was probably high on the show, and I'm going to go with Kramer Seinfeld. He just seems like he's always busting into Jerry's house and has some crazy shit going on, and I think Kramer would be cool to get high with as well. All right, so we're kicking off our first
Okay.
segment here. We're calling this segment "I'm So High." Let me go ahead and hit the drop.
Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. It's the funk doctor spot, smoking Buddha on the train. So how that I can kiss the sky?
All right, so how high? We are talking about players that we are high on compared to the consensus, and we'll kick it off with you, Gabe. Give me your first player that you think you are higher on than most people out there right now.
I want to say Evan Ingram.
Ooh, good choice.
He's going tight end 18 last time I saw. And I just think with the Broncos, I'm really high on Bo Nix too, but I just think it's going to be open season. I think he's going to have like a top 10, top 5, easy.
Yeah, everything was a great choice because you're right. I mean, there's not a whole lot of options in that offense other than Cortland Sutton and then Ingram. And he's still athletic. He had some injury history over the past couple of years, but he's been good when he's been healthy. That's a great choice. I love that.
I feel like this is the first year I haven't said his name yet.
Yeah,
I'm always in Evan Ingram supporter. I love it.
he loves Evan Ingram for sure. All right, Robbie, what do you got for your first player that you are higher on than everybody else?
A player that I personally am higher on than everyone else. I am going to mention a rookie. Why would I not mention a rookie? I'm always mentioning rookies. I have rookie fever. What can I say? You hear a lot about them, but everyone's always talking about Genty, Omarion Hampton. I'm looking, even with the emergence of Aaron Rodgers joining the team, even with DK now showing up to OTAs, I still think that the Pittsburgh Steelers' greatest strength lies in their backfield. So for me, it is rookie Caleb Johnson. I want all stocks of Caleb Johnson in all formats. I don't care. Redraft, dynasty, best ball, all ball. I don't care. All ball pause. No Diddy.
No, I love it. Yeah, Caleb Johnson is definitely a guy that is viewed in different ways depending on how you talk to. I've seen him go late first in the rookie mocks. I've seen him go higher than that. I've seen him going as the fourth or fifth or sixth running back off the board. So he's definitely a good choice. What about you, Ryan? What do you have for your player, your first player?
I love his pick, by the way. I took him first round in rookie draft. I think my only first round rookie pick across like 10 drafts because I traded them all away. But I digress. Yeah, love that. Steal Andre Swift. It's in that new offensive line polls. His value is absurd right now. He's RB31. Are you kidding me? And he finishes 19 last year in a bad offense. This team's only improved. They've rebuilt the offensive line, so he'll have people blocking for him. He breaks big plays. He's going to have a huge year. And don't be surprised when he ends up as a top 12 running back this year.
I love it. That's a great choice.
I do love that, especially with the way they retooled that offensive line. I mean, then you factor in that it's going to be Ben Johnson, like kind of really calling the shots. Hell
Dude,
yeah.
Yeah,
I love it.
good
I don't know why I said Ryan Bowles. My brain's just not there. Yeah, but yeah, dude, he has a huge opportunity there. They did not add anybody else worthwhile.
Yeah, that's the key right there, right? They didn't add anybody in the draft, not in free agency, nothing. They just stayed pat. So
Tells me belief.
I love it.
Which is weird because Ben is the one who sent them away from Detroit.
Right. Yep, I was thinking the same thing, but maybe it wasn't his decision. Maybe it was the coach's decision at the time. He was just the offensive coordinator. All right, I'm going to go with a running back as well, and I'm going to take a guy that's a second-year player that we kind of, as a community, may have forgotten about. I'm taking Jalen Wright, Miami Dolphins. 2 years ago, we saw what Devin Achane and Rashad could do together. No, not Rashad. Who was that? Who was there?
Raheem.
Raheem Mostert was there 2 years ago. They were both top 12 RBs, and I think Mostert ended up being like the second overall running back that year because he had like 18 touchdowns. Obviously, I don't expect the same thing out of Jalen Wright right away, but he is fast. He's explosive. He's got A-Chain in front of him, but they can definitely coexist in that offense. We've already seen it. So, and you can get him dirt cheap right now. I don't even know where he's going in ADP, but he's way down there. Get him for free,
Hey,
and I think,
yeah.
yeah, I think you can do some things with Jalen Wright for sure.
Naughty best ball pick too.
R
Naughty.
RB65.
RB65. That is insanely cheap right there. You can just get him, stash him on your bench. I think he gets an opportunity this year, and he'll show what he can do. Let's go
That's
back
well
around in
picked.
reverse, Ryan. Why don't you take the next one here, Ryan?
I kind of want to do it. I want to save the running back I had, but I'm going to do it. It's Ray Davis. I think they were getting him more and more involved in the offense. I was a little bit higher on it before James Cooks came back, but the team they're going to use both. And the fact they stood pat on Cook means they have faith in Davis, and they're going to feed him the ball. And again, he's RB50 right now,
Yeah.
and I've grabbed him. I don't think I've left the best ball without him so far.
Yeah, I tried to trade for him today. Actually, I had a guy thinking about give me Ray Davis for a third round pick in my rookie mock or my rookie draft, and I can't get him to bite, but I might go up to 2 third round picks just to get him because I think he's going to be good there. And James Cook already has some rumblings not showing up for camp. You don't know what that's going to happen. I think James Cook will be fine and he'll come back and play, but I think they still work Ray Davis into there for sure.
I'm in agreement with the James Cook take, by the way.
Yeah. All right, Robbie, what you got for your guy number 2?
My number 2. I am going to match my colleague Gabe over next to me, and I am going to go tight end, okay, this time. But I'm going to go old tight end. Yeah, Robbie's going to talk about veterans, something I don't do often. No other than the Washington Commanders' own Zach Ertz. I am definitely preaching this, especially to those of you out there that go out there and aim for the Brock Bowers or the Kelseys and the et ceteras. You need backup tight ends, especially sometimes when from week to week, if that number one on your roster doesn't produce, or you just got a hunch that, the matchup is really great for your backup. Zach Ertz is that perfect backup that you can slide in week to week and you can kind of utilize them as a play, as a fill-in, sometimes even a flex play. I definitely love the pick. You know that him and Jaden Daniels are going to connect. You know that it's going to be a big year heading into year 2 with that Washington team led by Jaden Daniels. I look for Zach Ertz to make big plays.
Yeah, I love that call. I actually saw a chart recently that had, I think it was yards per target, and Zach Ertz was up there with those tight ends. I mean, George Kittle was number 1. Obviously, Kelsey, Bowers, they were all in there, but Zach Ertz was up there in the mix with them last year. So, yeah, great choice for sure.
Old man can still ball.
Sure can. And he's got a great quarterback throwing the ball. So, yeah, love it. Gabe, what you got for your third guy? Stash him away.
So I'm gonna be going wide receiver. Yeah. I'm gonna be going wide receiver. I'm Jawan Jennings. 49ers, they've already been talking about him, boosting him up. So they don't really got many weapons that are helping. But I think Jawan is gonna surprise people this year.
I love that call. I actually wanted to put it on my list too, but I would get the homer buzzer, so I won't.
I'm gonna say him as my wide receiver, but I did not want to hype anyone up for the 49ers, to be honest.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, I'm a Niners fan. I didn't want to put him on my list
I,
because Brian would give me shit for it.
he was
Look,
like
look,
tied for 3 for me.
Yeah.
And
look,
I
man.
just
We
couldn't
we
do it.
we respect it. And by the way, I haven't gotten to say it to your face, Jeff. You guys did the right thing by paying Brock. No one else will tell you. I'll tell you.
Appreciate that because I agree. I think that
Yeah.
that he's good enough. He's good enough for us. I think he'll be all right. All right, so I'm up for my next guy. I'm gonna not go with the guy that everybody knows I will go with. If Jamie's still in the chat, he knows who I was gonna say. I'll go with the rookie that I haven't talked about yet. I've been getting this guy in all of my rookie drafts. I would take him higher than he's actually going, but I've been able to trade back. Actually, did it today. I had the 205. I traded it back and got the 211. Still got my guy and got some more picks in that draft, and that's Devin Neal. Going to the New Orleans Saints. He has a very Bucky Irving-esque type of path here where he was highly talked about pre-combine. Combine numbers came out. His value dipped. He got, a lower draft capital than we expected, but he lands in a great spot with New Orleans, who's got a 30-year-old Alvin Kamara and an often injured Kendre Miller there. Devin Neal, I think, is going to show up and do big things there in New Orleans. You may have to wait on him a year, but I do think if you're in your dynasty drafts, I think Devin Neal is one to look at for sure.
I like
Y'all
that.
want to do one more player here?
Yeah, we're moving.
I got one more. I got one more. The one I'm going to say is going to be the obvious.
Let's go. Give us the obvious one then, Robbie.
Another rookie. But for those of you that have IDP slots or things of that nature in your league, maybe even a second flex or whatever the case, Travis Hunter. I am buying Travis Hunter. I am paying out the nose for Travis Hunter. Okay. Like the naughty things that I'll do for Travis Hunter. I bid it all the way up $17 at an auction for Travis Hunter. All right. Travis Hunter is going to be a fantasy football skeleton key. When we talk about Konami codes, the fact that he is going to also see the defensive side of the ball. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to OCAs. The kid is a natural corner. He is also going to see the field simultaneously at the same time as Brian Thomas Jr., which is going to open up opportunities for the both of them. And there's going to be plenty of times where, I'm sorry, but T-Law is going to be like, fuck it. Travis Hunter's down there somewhere. Who had one of the best contested catch rates in college football last year? Travis Hunter. Just throwing it out there. And he's also been doing the whole contested catch thing in a very Terry McLaurin-esque way since high school. Don't believe me? Go watch the tape. All the way. Risk it to get the biscuit on Travis Hunter.
Love it. I love the conviction for sure. Love it. All right, Gabe, what you got for your third guy here?
Well, this might be a homer pick just because I'm a Falcons fan, but mine is going to be everybody talks about it. Mooney. I just think that, on fire. Super Bowl. I know it's episode 420, but it's going to happen. Just watch.
We're saving that for the baked takes at the end there because I don't know about this.
You have to get through. You have to get through us first. I'm sorry.
Good stuff though. I like Darnell. I actually was high on him last year. We actually had a guest on, and I talked up Darnell Mooney, and my guest was kind of like, "No, I'm out." And then he had a pretty good season last year. If you took him where he was being drafted, which is basically free, had a pretty good season last year as well. So good pick there. Ryan, give me your third guy.
I'm not going to mention him before on the show, but the ADP is so crazy. His age is just so weird in fantasy football. 29 is old for some guys, young for others. Cortland Sutton is with a young up-and-coming quarterback. He's wide receiver 45. He finished as 15. He's a touchdown machine, and that offense is only improving and got better as the year went on. Why do we hate him? It makes no sense. He's an absolute stud.
Agreed. I love it.
Like, that pick makes me so mad why he falls like that. I mean, I love it because I own him everywhere. But Jesus, dude. 45?
45 is insane. Yeah, that is crazy. All right, I will finish it off with the guy that everyone knows I was probably going to pick. I know, like I
Is
said,
it Keon Coleman?
It's Keon Coleman. It's Keon Coleman. I have to go.
This year.
It's got to happen this year. I think
Got to.
they didn't get anybody else really. I mean, they got Josh Palmer. I mean, that's not really going to scare me away. They didn't go out and get anybody. Coleman started to come into his own once they got Amari Cooper there, and then he got hurt, and then he really didn't come back to full health. But he had a couple games there when Amari Cooper got there that you could see the talent, you could see the trust that Josh Allen had in him. I think he takes the next step this year and sneaks into that sort of wide receiver 3 range. That I think he can pull that off. So I like Keon Coleman still, and if you can get him for cheap, get him for cheap right now. Keon Coleman is the way to go. All right, that wraps up the segment. What was that?
I was saying he's been sitting on my taxi squad. I'm just hoping.
Yeah, I got him in a bunch of leagues too, so I'm hoping as well because I definitely spent some good capital on getting them. So let's hope that happens. All right, the next segment we're going to do is going to be called Puff or Pass.
You fucking up the rotation. Puff, puff, give. Puff, puff, give. Fucking up the rotation. You can get killed with somebody else.
All right, so the way we're going to do this is I pulled some actual trades. I went to the DLF Trade Finder and pulled some real trades that went down in some MLF leagues. And we're going to take the role of we have this particular elite player, right? It's just one elite player for a package. So we're the owners of these elite players, and we're being offered this package. If you want to accept the package, you're going to puff, and if you want to pass, obviously you're going to pass. So the first one I have here, and I'm going to go to you first, Robbie. So we have Malik Neighbors. That is our elite player that we have, and we are being offered Ashton Genty and the 211 draft pick this year.
Well, that might be one that I do. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not just because I can justify unloading Neighbors for the simple fact that, oh well, I don't trust the whole quarterback situation here, and I know that Pete Carroll's not gonna make the mistake of not running at the goal line again. So Ashton Genty's just gonna get ran into the ground. So that's kind of where I get off with that logic. And I'm like, oh well, 211, that can't be too bad. I can go and get a receiver back there too. So.
Yeah. Good stuff. What about you, Ryan? Puffing or passing on this Malik Neighbors for Ashton Genty and the 211?
I'm puffing. I think I'm gonna take the deal. I'd rather have Neighbors, but they're so close. Those two players are the equivalent of each other based on the position and positional need. With that out the window, the 211 it's enough to make it matter. Those two guys are interchangeable to me. Overall drafting wise. And depending on my mood in the draft, it could be either way, and that 211 just makes a difference.
Good stuff, Gabe. What about you? Are you puffing this one too?
I want to, but it's hard for me. I'm gonna have to go with if my team is wide receiver heavy, then I'll go with Genty. But if most of my teams are loaded at RB, so I would stay with Neighbors. I would need just another second, maybe a third. Give me just a little bit of icing on that cake.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, Gabe. I think I'm passing on this one in a vacuum. I want the receiver that has the elite upside for the next 7-8 years. Yes, I know Genty's going to be great. At least we think he's going to be great. But there's that running back narrative that they get 3-4 years before they start fading away. Malik Neighbors will be elite at that level when Genty's starting to fall off. So I'll take Neighbors here. Like you, Gabe, it's pretty close. I would take a little bit more. Give me like a future second round pick or a future pick somewhere in there that then I can probably pull the trigger there. But as it is right there, I think I'm going to pass on that one. All right, Ryan, next one we'll start with you. So we are the owner of running back Devon Achane, and the package you are getting is running back Caleb Johnson, a 2026 first round pick, a 2026 second round pick, and another 2026 second round pick. So 2 second round picks in the 2026 draft and a first in Caleb Johnson.
Yeah. See ya, Caleb. I'm sorry, see ya, Achane. It's a lot of stuff for a guy whose health I don't trust. Like, I love the idea of David Achane. Like I like the idea of him. I think it's inconsistent. They have a lot of running backs, and if I can get a huge package like that with upside, I'm taking it. Like Caleb Johnson could be hitting starting running back. Your 2026 first could be something great for you, and the seconds give you more bats. I'm taking the package all day.
All right. I'll go next here, and I think I'm puffing this one as well. That is enough for me to sell Devon Achan. I just talked up Jalen Wright a little bit ago, and I think there's going to be a split backfield there with those two. I think Achan is still going to be great. Don't get me wrong, but like Ryan said, there's some injury concerns there. There's some offensive, concerns in general. If Tua is not healthy, that offense goes to shit real quick. So yeah, I think I'm taking the package as well. What about you, Gabe?
I'm selling a chan too. That's a piece of pie I want.
Love it. He even has the pie to show it. I love it. All right, and then Robbie, go ahead and wrap it up here. Are you going to sweep it here?
Let's make it a sweep. Let's running backs are a dime a dozen, and I just talked up Caleb Johnson, so I can't get caught slipping.
Love it, love it. Yeah, I think that is definitely a doable package for Devon Achan. All right, this one will kick off with you, Gabe. This time we own tight end Brock Bowers. It does not say on here if it's tight end premium, but I'm going to say it's tight end premium just to make it more interesting. So Brock Bowers, tight end premium. You are going to get tight end K. Dotton, the 103 draft pick from this year, a 2026 first, and a 2026 second. Is that enough to sell Brock Bowers? We'll go to you, Gabe.
Nah, I'm passing that. I'm passing that pretty easy. Bowers is just like next level. I would need like 3 firsts and give me Bennett and I'll wait a year.
I agree 100% with this one. When I saw this trade, I was like, man, somebody actually accepted this trade. I'm assuming it's not tight end premium. I just wanted to do it to make it fun. But that's the only way I would even consider trade. It's not tight end premium. But yeah, Brock Bowers for me. What about you, Ryan? Any chance you're going with the package here?
It's hard because once you put names to it, so like Robbie was saying, especially for Robbie's gonna be next, it's gonna be Travis Hunter there or Gentio Hampton, plus next year's first, a starting caliber tight end, and a second. It's a really good package. But probably sticking with Bowers.
Sticking with Bowers.
I would consider that it would sit in my inbox for like a week before I made a decision, and the person would be very upset. But because I couldn't make a decision, but it's a good deal for Powers. But
Yeah.
I think I'm still sticking with them.
All right, Robbie, where do you fall on this one?
What name the trade one more time?
All right, so we have Brock Bowers. They are offering us tight end K. Dotton, the draft pick 103 from this year, a 2026 first, and a 2026 second.
This one really depends on the scoring format, in my opinion. The
Yeah.
package, the package is nice. Pause, but I feel like I'm keeping Bowers. I pass.
Keeping Bowers on that one. Yeah, that one is tough because we don't know if it's tight end premium or not. I think the only way I consider it if it's not tight end premium. I think I might also consider it if I'm in a rebuild. Like if Brock Bowers, I was the 104 last year and I got Brock Bowers, but my rest of my team is terrible. I might sell Brock Bowers for that to get those extra picks to try to build my team from there. But yeah, it'll be tough to pull the trigger. Brock Bowers is just that elite. All right, let's do one more here. And we'll go to you first, Ryan, because I know this is your boy right here. We own Jamar Chase. We are the owner of Jamar Chase, and this is the package we are being offered. Wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr., a 2029. I didn't realize that when I copied and pasted this in there. It's a 29 first round pick and a 29 second round pick. That makes it a little bit different, but you are getting Marvin Harrison Jr.
So I love Marvin Harrison Jr. I will talk about him later. I'm sure today. But no, there's no way. It's Jamar Chase. That team is going to pass the ball 842 times this year because they don't know what a defense is. and Jamar Chase might have 200 targets the way this is looking, and how bad Cincy's defense is, and how much they're going to throw.
Does it change for you at all if they were 2020?
I don't care if it was two 2026 firsts.
Still not enough.
As much as I love Marvin Harrison. Like, he's one of my favorite guys in fantasy right now, but it's Jamar Chase.
Good stuff. What about you, Robbie? Jamar Chase versus Marvin Harrison Jr. And let's just say 2026 first and second round.
Chase, Marvin Harrison Jr. for a 2020.
No,
Well,
so we
Chase.
we have
we have
Four
Jamar-
Harris.
Yeah,
I'm not giving up Chase for the world.
Yeah,
No.
I agree. Agreed. Gabe, what about you? Are you going to sweep this one?
Better run up that price.
Yeah,
Gabe, where
I'm
do you
sticking with Chase. I get offers all the time because I got him in one of my leagues. And Chase all day.
Yeah, I agree. I think that one, especially the fact that they're 2029 picks. I didn't notice that when I did the copy paste on that. Still, I think even if they're, like Ryan said, if they were 2026 first, I'm still not taking that. I want Jamar Chase for sure.
And if you're sending me 2029 first in general, just go home.
Yeah, exactly. That seems a little bit far out for me as well.
Dude.
All right, we're going to wrap it up with our last segment of the night. We're calling this Baked Takes.
Pizzas. We need 2 big pizzas, man. Everything on them with water, whole lot of water, and
Funyuns. I love that drop. All right, baked takes. Essentially, they're hot takes. Takes that, just however you want to call it. It could be a player versus a player. It could be a prediction that you think is going to happen. It could be something totally off the wall. However you want to do it. These are baked takes. We won't be held to them. We'll go to you first, Gabe.
Oh man, all right. Let's see. I don't know how crazy I want to get.
I mean, you already tried to
Go
pick
with
the Super Bowl early, which is
Yeah, you've already given us one baked take with the
All right, then
Super Bowl.
I'm going with Penix. Then he's going to finish the year QB number 4.
Woof. QB4. I would think top 12 would be a baked take, but to go QB4, you better get a lot of yards to get up there for sure.
That just gave me some shivers up my loins.
Yeah.
Throw like 50 touchdowns. That's how you get to be QB4 if you don't rush the ball enough. All right. I like it, though.
Everybody's going to eat.
Starting off strong.
Bijan, everybody's going to eat.
Everybody's going to eat.
In order for him to be QB4, the whole offense has to just fall apart. And he has to be the team.
Exactly.
I'll
go next.
Baby.
I'll go next, and I got 2 rookies that I'm going to compare here. And I don't know how strong of a take this is. I want to start off small, and we'll move our way up. But there was 2 rookies that were drafted to the same team out of the same position. The one that was drafted higher in the NFL draft is also the one being drafted higher in rookie drafts. But for me, I think Jalen Noel ends the season with more fantasy points than Jaden Higgins. Of course, the 2 rookies from the Texans. I think Noel is going to be in that role where Tank Dell was in there. I think he's going to get more volume. He's going to get the PPR points. I think Higgins might get the touchdowns and the bigger plays, but he won't be as consistent as Noel. And at the end of the season, when you look at their total fantasy points, I think Noel has more fantasy points at the end of the season than Higgins does. I've been getting Noel in a lot of my drafts. You can almost get him in the top of the 3rd in some places, whereas Higgins is the top of the 2nd. I'll take that discount and get Noel every single time. Ryan, what you got?
Marvin Harrison finishes as a top 5 wide receiver this year.
You just passed on him for Jamar Chase.
I know I did, but Jamar Chase is Jamar Chase. Like, we're talking guarantees versus hopes and dreams. Not long ago, this time last year, when we were looking at Marvin Harrison Jr., like, he could be the wide receiver 1. And this was not that much happened. Yes, he had a season where he underperformed with 800 yards, but he's still 22 years old. He's younger than some rookies this year. and an elite playmaker. He has a good quarterback. They're probably going to have to pass the ball all the time. In another year in that offense, he did not get targeted early and often. It came around as the season went on. The talent's there. It's just have some freaking patience.
Yeah. Did you see the video of him bulked up? He
Dude,
looks
he's
huge.
yoked.
Yeah, he's somebody. I was like, holy crap. I thought it was AI. I thought it was a fake video. I was like, that's just not real. There's no way. But sure enough, it is. All right, Robbie, what do you got for your baked take here?
All righty. Mine is nowhere near probably as outlandish. It's more so that I have to really just plant. I have to plant my flag. All right. Armchair Nation, listen to me. Your MVP, not just your MVP, your fantasy QB1 is no other than Jaden Daniels.
Ooh.
Your Super Bowl winner
Lamar
is no
Jackson.
other than the Washington Commanders.
He started off like, I'm not gonna go too crazy, and then it's MVP and Super Bowl champion in one take. I like
and
it.
Super Bowl MVP.
I love it. You're getting all of it. Get the whole thing in there. I love it. All right, let's do. We got time for one more each. Why don't we go to you first, Gabe?
All right, I have the Carolina Panthers getting the 101 again. I don't see them moving up from much. I just see them getting that 101.
Wow.
Did you see them last year at the end of the season?
They were looking pretty good at the end of the season. It'll be a pretty disappointing season if they go and get 101 again. Because that would have been technically that would have been 3 years in a row because they traded away the 101 years ago.
I bet you they beat you guys once.
Hey, we played the Commanders once too. I'm ready.
Oh, we're not worried about that.
All right, let me give you my my second one here. I got two written down. I want to decide which one I want to go with here. I'm going to go with the one we haven't talked about this guy much on the podcast. We talked about the other guy a little bit, so I'll go with this one. By week 4, Jordan Mason more snaps than Aaron Jones in the Vikings offense. I think Aaron Jones is sort of fading out. He's had some injury. He's getting older. Jordan Mason last year, when healthy, was a very good player. I think Jordan Mason by week 4, if not sooner, is getting more snaps than Aaron Jones. And again, Jordan Mason is essentially free in most drafts right now. If you can get Jordan Mason, I would snap him up really quick. I think he's going to have a great season for the Vikings. Ryan, give us one more.
They're sticking with the Vikings. And it's J.J. McCarthy's top 12 quarterback by the end of the year.
Ooh.
He is athletic. He's coming in on offense where Sam Darnold was dead before last season. Absolutely dead in football, in fantasy. Never had more than 3,100 yards. Came in and absolutely lit it up because he's thrown to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and Hawkinson and is surrounded by weapons and a good offensive line. They love him there. They're gonna throw. He's gonna throw the ball to the best receiver in football and a bunch of other talent. He's gonna have a huge season with 300 to 500 rushing. He's gonna finish as top 12 quarterback.
Wow, top 12. I like it. We're gonna have Penix at 4 and McCarthy at 12. Two second-year quarterbacks in the top 12. I love it. All right, Robbie, give us your second baked take here.
My second baked take. The Giants defense is going to be fantasy viable. That front is going to be nasty. They won't win games because they're not going to really figure out like that whole quarterback situation. They're not going to be good offensively, but that defense is going to rack up points because they are going to get sacks. They are going to get after the quarterback. Kayvon Thibodeau, I know, is a diva, but it is what it is. I get that is my division, so I shouldn't have anything nice to say about them. I will say that for fantasy purposes, when those bye weeks hit and you're like, I need someone that you're going to be able to throw them out there.
I love it. I love it. Going with the defensive side of things.
I think a defensive take has ever been made on this show before for team defense. I love it.
Hey, it's football. It's football. We know I'm down to talk ball.
Love it. I love it. All right. That wraps up our show tonight. Gentlemen, I want to thank both of you for coming on the show tonight. It's been a lot of fun. We'll go around the room real quick. Give us your Twitter handle if you want to plug anything that you're working on, anything you want to do at all. We'll go to you first, Robbie. You got the floor.
I'm not really like on Twitter as much. I'll be on more like once the season gets back in session. I'm kind of chilling right now, you know. But yeah, you can follow me at Rumboys Robbie. You can follow me at Rumboys spelled with Z, N-E-T, everywhere else. Just look up Rumboys with a Z on any platform that you can find me. Check out my new series, Golf Vlogs. Your boy is Tiger Hood's out here.
Nice. I love it.
They're real entertaining. I've seen a few.
The new one is gonna be nice.
Good stuff. Gabe, what you got going on?
Right now, I've just been helping out on a couple Discords, but you can find me at the Equinox FF on everything.
Good. Yeah, you've been helping out on my Discord for sure.
But yeah, I've just been helping out a lot on Discord.
It's kind of fading in and out. We'll go to you next, Ryan.
I kind of like Robbie about the Twitter thing, but Fox534 on there. Find me here Wednesday nights. Find me over at the rookie. Find me at the rookie big board.
Good stuff. All right, I'll wrap it up. If you are in the Scott Fish Bowl, or if you are hopeful to get into the Scott Fish Bowl, I suggest joining my Discord. We are doing a ton of mocks. As you can see, Gabe is pointing to himself. He's in there. We've done a bunch of mocks. We've already created ADP from those mocks. There's 5, 6, 10 mocks going off every single day. So get in that Discord. You can find the link in my Twitter profile. You can also find it at goingfor2.com. We got, I think, almost 300 members of the Scott Fish Bowl in there now. We have a show planned that we're going to have inside the Discord that I'm hoping to get Scott Fish in there for as well. But all kinds of things going on Scott Fish Bowl right now. That's pretty much my entire Twitter feed. We also have a donation match currently through Father's Day. We are matching every dollar up to $2,500. We were already at $1,600. So we got about 800 and some to go. We have until Father's Day to do it. So if you haven't done that yet, also check out my Twitter. It is pinned to the top of my Twitter handle. So you can go find the link there. It is easy. It's fantasycares.org/GF2. Make your donation and we'll match it 100%. With that, for Robbie, for Gabe, for Ryan, I am Jeff, and we will see y'all next week.